Welcome, dear listeners, to a brand new episode of the Lean Launchpad. I'm your host, Claudia, and this week we're embarking on a fascinating journey through the rise and fall of Nokia, all through the lens of the Lean startup method. In today's episode, we're going to dissect Nokia's incredible story, how it once dominated the mobile phone industry, faced challenges, and ultimately lost its grip on the market. But here's the twist, folks. We're not just recounting history. We're analysing it through the lens of the Lean startup approach. Lean startup isn't just for startups. It's a powerful framework for established companies too. We'll explore how Nokia's journey aligns with Lean principles and what lessons we can extract from their story. Don't go anywhere because it's time to dive into the Lean startup analysis of Nokia's journey. Let's get started.
Welcome to the Lean Launchpad, unpacking startup triumphs and tribulations.
Welcome to the Lean Launchpad. Today, we're delving into the incredible rise and fall of Nokia, examining it through the Lean startup method. In the dynamic world of business, the ability to pivot, to fundamentally change a business strategy, to adapt to a changing market landscape is often a decisive factor in a company's survival and growth. Few stories illustrate the trials, tribulations, and necessities of pivoting better than the narrative of Nokia. Actually established as a paper mill in the 19th century, Nokia ventured through various industries, including rubber and cables, before finding monumental success in the telecommunications and mobile phone industry in the latter part of the 20th century. At its peak, Nokia was synonymous with mobile phones holding a dominant market share and influencing the direction of the industry. However, the rise of smartphones, spearheaded by competitors like Apple and Samsung, saw Nokia struggling to maintain its foothold. The company's later years were characterized by a series of pivots as it navigated a fast evolving technological landscape, trying to find a renewed path to success. In this episode, we explore the pivotal moments in Nokia's history, analysing when, why, and how Nokia made decisive changes in its business strategy and what entrepreneurs can learn from Nokia's journey about the art of the pivot. The story of Nokia is a rich tapestry that stretches over 150 years, a rarity in the business world. Starting in 1865 as a single paper mill operation, Nokia gradually diversified, entering industries such as rubber manufacturing and electronics. It was in the 1990s that Nokia became a household name as a leader in the mobile phone industry, driving innovations and setting trends. As the industry transitioned from basic mobile phones to sophisticated smartphones, Nokia faced a challenging scenario. The advent of the iPhone marked a shift in consumer preferences towards more integrated and versatile devices. Nokia, with its Symbian platform, couldn't keep pace with the rapid developments in smartphone technology. Faced with declining market share and revenues, Nokia found itself at a crossroads, leading to a series of pivotal decisions, including the adoption of the Windows Phone OS and eventually selling its mobile and devices division to Microsoft in 2013. The story didn't end there, as Nokia pivoted again to focus on telecommunications infrastructure, leveraging its extensive patent portfolio to generate revenue and sustain its operations. Now, we're about to dive into the heart of the matter, a moment you've been waiting for, our questions and answers section. So get your questions ready, because in just a moment, we're opening the floor to all of you. So we've got some fantastic questions from our listeners, and we're ready to dive into questions and answer sections.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to engage with our audience and explore the topics that matter most to them. So who's up first? Claudia.
Our first question comes from Sarah in Seattle. She asked, how did Nokia's early diversifications set a precedent for its later pivots? And what can startups learn from Nokia's willingness to venture into different industries over its long history?
Fascinating question. Sarah, Nokia's early diversifications into various industries did indeed influence its later strategic decisions. Startups can learn from Nokia's adaptability and willingness to explore new opportunities, even as a well-established company.
Absolutely. Nokia's history is a testament to the importance of being open to change and not becoming complacent.
Nokia's ability to pivot and evolve its business model over time is a valuable lesson for startups in remaining agile and adaptable.
The next question is from Mike in New York. He asked, during its dominance in the mobile phone industry, could Nokia have done something different to sustain its leadership position? And what were the key factors that led to Nokia's decline in the mobile phone market?
Nokia's dominance in mobile phones was remarkable, but sustaining it could have involved different strategies. Factors contributing to Nokia's decline included competition, changes in consumer preferences, and the rise of smartphones.
Exploring alternative strategies and adapting more quickly to the smartphone era might have been key to sustaining their leadership position.
Excellent insights. Another question from Alex in Los Angeles. Alex wants to know, how is Nokia leveraging its experience and patent portfolio in its current focus on telecommunications infrastructure? And what does Nokia's recent trajectory tell us about the challenges and opportunities of pivoting in the contemporary business landscape?
Alex's questions touch upon Nokia's recent developments and its pivot towards telecommunications infrastructure. Nokia is leveraging its experience and patents to remain competitive in this field. Nokia's recent trajectory underscores the challenges and opportunities companies face when pivoting in today's rapidly changing business landscape.
Alex also wants to know, how did Nokia's alliance with Microsoft and the subsequent sale of its mobile division signify a pivotal strategy? Were the strategic moves undertaken by Nokia in the 2010s a necessary pathway, or could other strategies have been pursued?
Excellent questions. Nokia's alliance with Microsoft and the sale of its mobile division were indeed pivotal. They signified a strategic shift towards software and network infrastructure. Whether other strategies could have been pursued is a complex discussion, and it's essential to consider the context and challenges Nokia faced.
Absolutely. Nokia's choices in the 2010s were influenced by the evolving industry landscape and competitive pressures. Hindsight allows us to reflect on alternative paths, but the decisions made were undoubtedly shaped by a multitude of factors.
Your questions and engagement are what make this podcast thrive. So keep those questions and feedback coming, and we'll keep the knowledge flowing your way. Before we wrap up, remember, if you've enjoyed today's discussion and want to stay updated on future episodes, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your preferred podcast platform. Your support fuels our mission to empower entrepreneurs and business leaders with insights they need to navigate the ever-changing business landscape. So until our next episode, stay inspired, stay innovative, and always keep those lean startup principles at your fingertips. We'll be here, ready to explore more exciting stories and strategies with you on the Lean Launchpad. Goodbye for now.
The Lean Launchpad, unpacking startup triumphs and tribulations.